Patrick Bamford and Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink are with me. So let's talk about it then, Jimmy. Champions. I know you've been waiting for this moment. Now, look, tell me, is this vindication for the bottlers thing just a few weeks ago? Rice saying it wasn't done?
You said that with such a big smile.
Well, you've seen me go through this all season.
Look, they've done it.
Yeah.
Congrats to them. They deserve it. They were the best team. I would have expected it to be done 3 weeks ago, actually. They should have. But...
Sorry, just a bit thirsty.
Yeah, don't worry. You have your Arsenal drink. It's fine. But no, they deserve it. They've been the best. They've got some magnificent players. Arteta has done absolutely magnificent. And yeah, well done.
Thank you. Sorry, just being very humble. No, but for real though, I think with this, Patrick, I'll come to you. There was that message that came in December 2019 when Mikel first came in, and it was all trust the process, and that was, I guess, used as a kind of stick to beat him with, throughout it. Do you think now they've reached that level? Is it justification for Arsenal in that moment of sticking with him?
Yeah, and I think it would have been disappointing if they did finish second, because the way football fans react, a lot of them would have probably said, he can't get us over the line, it's time to go. Yeah. Which I think that the fact that he has finished second however many seasons behind Man City, who we were just talking about with Pep, which is no easy feat to finish second as well. I think I'm quite happy they've done it. And I know from the lads that I spoke to at City when I went over England, when Arteta was the coach there, they loved him. So I'm not surprised that he's done well, and they all raved about how he was with the players, is the way he saw football. So
I know, Jimmy, you have your thoughts on the way that Arsenal play football, or the way that obviously we've got it over the line. But I mean, for him, is he now joined? Is he at that moment where you can call him an elite manager?
No, he is. He is. Even if he wouldn't have won it, he's an elite manager. He changed the way that he was playing because he thought this is the way that we're going to win the league. Fairly. Great, you know. He's got this vision, and he's being able to transmit that to his players, and that's the most important thing. And now I think they can only grow because they have done it. It will give them so much confidence, and I think they will now go next year become even stronger, and harder to beat, and more relaxer. If you understand what I mean.
Absolutely, the pressure's off.
Pressure is a little bit off, but now the challenge is, can you do that again? And I think they will be better at it than the year before or this year that is just gone. But to Arteta, no, chapeau, well done. He found a way to make everybody comfortable and win matches. That's what it is about. Yeah, of course, I want to see matches be won 4-0 and 4-1 and 5-0 and all that kind of stuff. Especially when you have a Saka and an Esse and a Rice in your team. Yeah. But that's in reality, it's not going to happen. And that's what Arsenal did really, really well.
Do you think as well, I guess, to Patrick's point, on that, I guess it's hire and fire culture that we live in, where it's just like managers are just cyclical, isn't it? It's just one in, one out type of policy. Do you think it shows what's been going on behind the scenes?
No, I like what Arsenal has done. They stuck with him and they said, we believe in you, go and do it. You have the power, I wish that the blue side would do that as well, because eventually you do get success when you have the right person. And that gives him so much confidence when the club is saying that, gives him so much confidence. What he has done really well, he's got the bad eggs out of his club, 4 or 5 years ago, he got them out. He realized really quickly, I am not going to win anything with these ones. I need to get them out.
You're talking about like the Aubameyangs. I mean, he was captain, wasn't he? And it was a massive decision, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is a massive decision, and you live with it. Yeah. But it was the right decision. Yeah. So and you also bring that message straight away to the other players that stay. So And that for me was an important point in winning this one.
Patrick, for you obviously you've been to different clubs, you've seen different cultures. It's a big thing that I think Mikel has pushed is we had to change the culture of the side behind the scenes that people don't see. How important is that for the players?
Really important. I think that having even one or two bad people in the dressing room can soon turn everything, and it can ruin what the manager's trying to do. I mean, that it only takes one player to be upset that he's not potentially starting, and then he's in a bad mood, and it can rub off, and suddenly you've got half the dressing room who are thinking, oh yeah, it's not, we're going to go against the manager. He's not right. He's leaving you out.
Yeah.
So it was always going to take him time to put his stamp on the team, but also make it his team by getting out those players and bringing in who he wanted.
And what about in terms of the Champions League final for them for next week? Taking on, I mean, they are the champions of Europe. PSG is an incredible side. What do you rate their chances?
It's fine. I'm going to say 50-50, but
50-50. What? Just purely because it's a final?
Just purely because it's
how heavy you?
Yeah,
I'm taking that. I'm like, okay.
No,
so you're saying there's a chance?
But it's football, so anything could happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, PSG are really good, so I think Arsenal would have to bring their A game. And I just hope. I said to my friends who are Arsenal fans, I hope that it's a game where Arsenal don't kind of just stop PSG what they're doing and they both go head to head and make it an entertaining game for the neutrals.
Do you think that's going to happen though, Jimmy? Because I mean, obviously, because they're going to play to their strengths, right?
They have to as well. But I think they need to, Arsenal players and Arsenal supporters, I think they need to take a lot away from the Chelsea game in America against PSG. Nobody gave Chelsea. Everybody thought that Chelsea was going to lose.
Yeah.
Everybody, and PSG went into that game thinking that they were invincible. Yeah. Chelsea believed, and if they have a belief, if Arsenal have that belief, they will win.
How big is the job that he has done to get Arsenal where they are for you?
Massive, and I think the fact that the club has backed him, as we said earlier, that it's not been a short process. It's been a long process, and there's been a lot of frustration, I'm sure, that the finishing second multiple times. But it shows that it pays off. He really he's built something special, and I think the fact that Pep has now decided to call it a day, it's almost opened the door for him to the pressure's off Arsenal a little bit now.
Yeah,
they can relax next season. They haven't got that like feeling and worry, oh, they've got to try and do it, get over the line. So I think there's a chance that they can take it on and go again. It
was really nice seeing, obviously the love that he's got for Pep, and he was talking about it there. How important do you think, Jimmy, it was for him to be able to beat Pep to that title before he left? Because understandably there would be a few fans out there that might say, oh, he never did it against Guardiola.
I think it's very important. Obviously, I think both are very competitive and they're the best mates. If I think of my best mate and I go against him playing football or whatever, you're always going to try and do better than him. And then afterwards, when you are together, you take the mick out of each other.
Yeah.
So I don't think that it would be any different. But seeing him sitting there and talking and seeing how relaxed he is now, and he can be relaxed for the next few days. Yes, he has an important match still on Sunday, but he can relax. Yeah. And then from Monday, he can now think of the other big one. Yeah. So, but look, he's done exceptionally well. Yeah. Exceptionally well, and the everything that he brings, comes from within. And you might say at times, oh no, it's too much, when he's at the sideline. At the touchline. You might say, oh no, it's too much. But he's got so much passion, so, and you can only say, well done, well done.
Got plans? Cancel them. Sky Sports Big Weekend is here. Upgrade to Sky Sports now for only £20 extra a month.